Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to solve day 20 problem of this month on LeetCode. Before starting, if you guys haven't subscribed my YouTube channel yet, then please go ahead and subscribe it. Now without any delay, let's get started with today's problem. Problem number 2661. First completely painted row or column. Okay, so problem name itself is very clear, right? First completely painted row or column. Okay, so let's read the problem statement first. You are given a zero indexed integer array and an m into n integer matrix. Okay, array and matrix both contains all the integers in the range 1 to m into n. Okay, we have to go through each index I in array starting from index 0 and pair the cell in a matrix containing the integer array of I. We have to turn the smallest index I at which either a row or a column will be completed painted in matrix. Okay, now see this example number 1. So this is one array given to us. Okay, 1D array and mat 2D array given to us. Okay, so here tell me the number of rows in this matrix. So number of rows is 2. Okay, and what is the number of columns? Number of columns is 2. Okay, so this matrix is nothing but 2 into 2, right? So 2 into 2 is 4. Okay, so if you see in the matrix we have numbers from 1 to 4. Okay, 1 2 3 4. Okay, all are unique, right? 1 2 3 4. Okay, so it contain all the integers in the range 1 to m into n. Okay, so clear. So matrix size is 2 into 2 4. So we have all the integers from 1 to 4. And here also if you see in this array, so it is also of size 4 only, 2 into 2, right? So 4 size, and it also contain unique elements 1 2 3 4, right? So now what we need to do? Okay, so let me draw this matrix. Okay, so this matrix is looking like this. Okay, we have 1, then we have 4, then we have 2, and then we have 3 here. Okay, so this 0 index, 1 index, 0 index, 1 index. Okay, 0th row, first row, 0th column, first column. Okay, so now first it is saying now I'm going to iterate over this array. Okay, so first time I add this particular index, this is index 0, this is index 1, this is index 2, this is index 3. So at 0 index I painted this. Okay, so right now there is no complete row or complete column which is fully painted. Right now I move to next index 1. So at index 1 I painted this 3. Okay, so now here also there is no row which is completely painted, or there is no column which is not completely painted. Okay, so no column and no row is completely painted. Okay, now I move to next index. So at index 2 we have 4. Okay, so I paint this 4. Okay, now if you see carefully, this column is completely painted and this row is also completely painted. Okay, so we just, now what we need to do? Okay, we have to just return the index. Okay, so at 2 index. Okay, the moves are shown in the order, and both the first row and second column of the matrix becomes fully painted at this. Okay, so fully painted row, or okay, or, so it's not mandatory that full row and full column. Okay, so anyone. Okay, so now if you see this example number 2, so this is my matrix, right? 3 2 5 1 4 6 8 7 9. So first we are going to paint this 2. Okay, done. Then we are going to paint this 8. Done. Then we are going to paint 7. Done. Then we are going to paint 4. Okay, so I painted this 4. So now see this column completely painted, right? So now where we are stopping? We are stopping at index 3, right? 0 1 2 3. At index 3 we are stopping. So second column becomes fully painted at array of 3. Okay, 3 index. So we are returning this 3. Okay, so very simple, right? Clear. And these are the constant size. Okay, so m and okay, and array length. So these are the constants, and all the integers of array are unique, all the integers of mat are unique. Okay, so now what, how you guys are going to solve this problem? Okay, so first a few basic things. Okay, let's write few basic things in the code first. So first let's calculate the number of rows. Okay, so int num rows is equal to mat dot length. Okay, int num calls is equal to mat of 0 dot length. All right, then row count, create two arrays. Okay, one is row count array and one is call count array. Okay, int call count array. Okay, so here row count, so give the length of the number of rows we have. Okay, new int here num rows. Okay, and here new int num calls. Okay, so I have to just find out now first fully painted a row and column, right? So here now what, how I'm going to solve this problem? So I'm going to create a one map. Okay, I'm going to create a one map. Okay, so let's take this example too. Okay, this big one. So here I'm going to create a map. Okay, and in my map the integers are going to be these values. Okay, my keys are going to be these values. Okay, keys. Okay, and my values, at values I'm storing the index. Okay, so this 3 is at 0 and 0. Okay, so if you draw this 0 1 2 0 1 2. Okay, so 3 is at 0 0. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do first. Then 2 is at 0 1. Okay, and then 5 is at 0 comma 2. Okay, so in my map I'm going to store these as keys. okay, and I'm going to store these as my values. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do here. All right, so let's do that. So here create one map, okay, and in map keys is of integer type and values is going to be of array type, right? So two things I'm storing here. Okay, so this is what we need to do. Let's name it as num2 pos. Okay, position, I'm just going to store that particular number position. Okay, so new hash map. All right, this is done. Okay, now we have to create a map to store the position of each number in the matrix. Okay, so for that, simple loop for int row is equal to 0, row is less than num rows, and then row plus plus. Okay, then for int call is equal to 0, call is less than num of calls, and then call plus plus. All right, and then after that, what is your value? So value is stored at this, okay, 3. So I can write 0 0, this is the value, right? So here I can write int value is equal to mat, okay, this matrix at this row and this call. Okay, so we have this value. Okay, now I have to store this value as a key in my map. Okay, so how we do that? So num to pose, okay, here outside this to put, okay, and what we are putting, we are putting this value. Okay, this is our key, and here after that we have to store the position, right? So new int, we are storing the array, right? Here row and column I'm going to pass. Okay, so this is basic thing that we have to do first. All right, so this is done here. Okay, until here. So now what we need to do, okay, after this, so now I have stored like this everything. Okay, so now after that I have to iterate over all these elements in my array. Okay, so here first this number is 2. Okay, number is 2. Okay, so now I'm going to search for the position of these two. Okay, this number is 2. Now I'm going to search for the position of 2. How I'm going to search for the position of 2? So simply I'm going to call our map. Okay, num dot position, okay, this map, and from there I'm going to write dot get and I'm going to pass this key 2. So this is going to give me 0 1. Okay, this 2 is going to give me 0 and 1. All right, so once it gives me 0 and 1, 0 is nothing but my row and 1 is nothing but my column. Okay, so now I'm just going to do one thing here. So 0, so row count. Okay, so I have two arrays, right? So initially row count of, okay, write it like this, row count, and here inside this I'm passing the row. Okay, so initially row count of 0. Okay, so we have created this row count array. So row count array size is, we have total 3. Okay, so we have 0 row, 1 row, and 2 row. Okay, this is 0 row, this is 1 row, and this is 2 row. Okay, so row count here r is 0, so row count of 0, row count of 0, I'm just going to increment. So this row count 0 size is going to become 1. Okay, because 2 is here now, so it is going to become 1. And also column count of 1, column count, I'm going to fill core count array. Okay, core count, here I'm going to pass c plus plus. So column count of 1, so this column size is also going to become 1. Okay, so here if you see carefully, so this green color pen, okay, so here 2 is the first word. Okay, so here I'm going to increment this row count and I'm going to increment this call count. Done. If it is 8, so here for 8 we are going to get the our key of values, right? What is the position, row and call. So 8 is available at this, so I'm just going to increment this row count and this call count. Okay, then after that 7, so for 7 I'm going to increment this row count and I'm going to increment this column count. Then after that we have 4, so for 4 I'm going to increment this call count and this row count. But here if you see, if I increment this call count, okay, so here call count is going to become 3. So that means that it's fully painted, right? So that's what we need to do. Okay, so now let's write this. Okay, so it's very easy problem. Okay, nothing much tough here. So for int I is equal to 0, I is less than array dot length, okay, I plus plus, then we have take that particular number, int num is equal to array of I. All right, and then we have to get the position now. So from the map we can get, okay, num to pose dot get. Okay, so here I'm just going to pass that key, so it is going to give me the proper positioning. Okay, so int row I'm going to apply get it as pose at 0 at, okay, so in array we are storing two elements. Okay, at 0 index row and at 1 index we are storing column. Okay, so pose of 1. Done. So now once this is done, then we have to increment the row count. Row count, here I'm just going to pass that particular row, I'm going to increment the row count, and then I'm going to increment the call count as well. So here I'm just going to pass call and plus plus, that's it. And now here one base condition, if row count of row, okay, if it is equal to num of calls, okay, or call count of call, is equal to the num of rows. Okay, so in that case we have to just simply return I from here. That's it, return I. All right, and here in the end just simply return -1. Okay, so this line will never be reached as per the problem statement. Okay, so but we have to just simply return this, otherwise it will give error. Okay, so now let's run it. Okay, so here if the scroll count becomes equal to the number of rows, okay, number of rows, that is 3, so we have to return that particular index. Okay, so here see all the test case has been accepted, right? Now let's submit it. So see, our solution is accepted, right? Okay, so I hope that you guys are able to understand today's problem, and if you guys still have any doubts, then please feel free to ask in comment section. Till then, keep coding and keep practicing. Meet you guys in the next video. Thank you, bye bye.